just came back from Cabo and one of the girls did not bring no bread to the trip. So story time on why the I will never do a girls trip again.
This girl was mad at her homegirls plus one for bringing only $135 to their Cabo girls trip because she ended up taking care of all her bills.
Showed me she only had $135 in her bank account. Why do you only have $135 in your bank account? We leave tomorrow.
What was supposed to be a fun girls trip became her worst nightmare because they weren't that close. Yet not only did she lose her money to her, this chick also stole her keys and charger and tried to seduce her man. And once she got so fed up, she gave her a confrontation at the end that was hella satisfying. Kaleah went to her homegirl's birthday party in Cabo, Mexico, but one of the girls who was invited ruined the whole thing. Her gut feeling told her that she should have never booked the trip, but she went there anyway, and this is how it unfolded.
We all went to my friend's birthday dinner. We gonna call her Keisha. Keisha had her birthday dinner the night before. She invited two other girls, and one of the girls was going on the trip with us. We gonna call the other girl Imani. We all ordering, having a good time, but like Imani vibe from like the very jump is throwing me off. Like she gives like pick me, yes man. But when the bill came, the bill was like $798 or something like that. That's valid for 4 people, especially since we went to a nice restaurant. Mind you, if you do the math, it was only $181 per person. My bad, this was the receipt. It was $724. But I put it on my card because like I didn't really care.
So everybody paid her back except for Imani, who shortchanged her by $46, and she was hella pissed about it. Now this is where she saw the first red flag.
Everybody sent me their bread automatically. The other 2 girls sent me their bread. All of a sudden, her Cash App is not working. Her Zelle is not working. Her Venmo is not working. Her PayPal is not working. Her Apple Pay is not working. Talking about, oh, it must be the service. How come everybody's service was great when they sent me my bread? She sent me the bread and I got the bread of $135 and she was just like, I owe you $46. So I'm like, okay, thinking she's gonna pay me tomorrow because it's Friday. Yeah, I never got that bread. And once I peeped, that's all the money she had in her bank account. Oh, I was tight. Because she texted me silently, so nobody knew she shorted me the bread.
But she brushed it off, thinking that she wouldn't want to ruin the trip for $46. Oh, she could never be more wrong. Because the next day, it was Keisha's birthday party, and everyone got drunk and super wasted. So Kaleah and her boyfriend were busy taking care of everybody, including Imani. But she was being messy.
I think she went to go get a charger. Not to mention, she took my charger with her, and I was the only person with an iPhone 15. Everybody else had the regular cord. I was the only one with a UBC cord. And I was the only one with all the information on my phone for my trip. And she took our key card, which would have been an extra $60 if it was lost. And she did lose our key card.
The worst part is that the next day, she denied taking them, and Kaleah was about to throw hands.
We walked to her room because I wrote down their room number. And I'm like, oh, where's the key card? Where's my charger? She's like, oh, I didn't take it. Girl, yes the fuck you did.
So what the hell happened after Imani lost her key card and charger?
I had to go pay for a new one. And I had to beg people for another charger. Like I was walking around the resort at 2 a.m. begging anybody if they had a USB-C, if they had a USB-C. And I finally found 2 guys that would give me one.
The next day, they wanted to go on a party boat, but Kaleah was too drained from the events the night before. You see, she had nothing against the birthday girl, but she's mad as hell at her broke friend because apparently she did something dirty.
And yeah, I'm gonna expose this her little stripper name. Nutella pulled her panties down in front of my man. I ran on 2 hours of sleep and no food, no nothing.
So Kaleah tried to talk to her friend over text about how this other friend is ruining the whole trip. But what happened next is shocking because it turns out Imani, or now called Nutella, secretly read their receipts. A heated confrontation happened and it's so spicy.
She read all of our messages of me talking about her. Girl, I don't give a I'll tell you that to your face. And I did. I said, you're mad immature. You came out here with no money. You pull your panties down in front of my man. You're a pick-me. You're sloppy drunk. You have no mind of your own. And you're 4. Is you talking about? Like, that's why I'm tight. That's my problem with you. You lost my key card. You lost my charger. Do I need to continue? And she still wasn't getting it. Now it's time for us to go. And she was just like, oh, we'll talk about it when we like come back. I'm like, girl, I don't got nothing to say to you.
Hang on tight, because people on the internet found Nutella and Keisha on Instagram and they're about to spill their side of the story. Stick around for part 2.